Western New York and Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
Bills Mafia! Please welcome your Buffalo Bills!
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Orchard Park. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Man in motion is Coleman. To the air on second down. Here's Allen. That's to Kincaid once again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Allen to his tight end Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll bring up second down. First carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Bills first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. On play action, Allen. He runs with it. He'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
Hook is into the end zone. Touchdown. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Buccaneers, nothing.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
For a first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Buccaneers first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Mayfield scrambles from the pocket.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This will be a 48-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's 7-3.
Buccaneers 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Bills offense going to take over now for the second time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll bring this up to the 22. Jacob Harris in there for the stop.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
9 yards. And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Buffalo.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Really
line.
nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To the air once more is Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Cook, and he's in! James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through, and the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. And And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. On first down, here's Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mayfield. There is a reception for Chris Godwin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Baker. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Brought down back at the 36.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Baker to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and a long way to go. To throw is Mayfield. He'll get that complete to Emeka Egbuka. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
So, on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Deep for the Bills is Brandon Codrington. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. Oh, that's not gonna work out at all. That is a safety. Defenses dream about those, whether it's a pick 6 or a scoop and score. Even this one, Greg, 2 points. When the defense puts points on the board, they feel great about it.
Mike, talk about getting the job done on defense. Not only does it result in 2 points on the scoreboard, but now the offense is going to get the ball back, and likely with great field position.
Matt Prater is set to
so now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. On the return is Tucker. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
7-yard gain.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 2nd down, a run with Irving. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
It's a gain of 8. And a first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Buccaneers.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Off he goes. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to bring that one back in. Tampa Bay will indeed retain possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short, one of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it, but a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Now, screen set up for Irving. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
14-yard line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the first. The Bills with the early advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On to the 2nd, Buccaneers in possession of the football. This the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tre'Davious White.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Last time they had it, they went backwards for the safety. Fortunately, they get the ball back on the turnover, and now they start again on offense, 1st and 10. start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jacob Parrish in there for the stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd down and 3. In motion, Shakir. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it in a big gain downfield.
Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest.
At the 22-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard. Mayfield to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need 1 hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Here's Mayfield. It is brought in the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers will cut it to a 2-point lead.
14, Buccaneers 12.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now a designed run. It's Allen, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here is Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. 3rd down and 9. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Bills 1st down.
That's good for a Bills.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a 1st down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10 at
the offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Allen working from the pistol. To the goal line and in. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Bills.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. Yeah! He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Moving outside the pocket, he's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Now, this looks like a design run, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
By Terrell Bernard. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
In the middle, and he's got his man complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
That's caught. It's Des Johnson.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal.
And he's into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone. He doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bucs will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Buccaneers 19.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll go play action here with Allen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st down, it's Allen.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jacob Parrish in there for the stop.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Now Allen on 1st down.
Allen's pass complete to 0, Keon Coleman. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll step up and run. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
1st and 10.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
In motion, Shakir. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Tight end, the motion man to the right. They'll run with Cook, and he's got another one. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Prater on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bills will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Buccaneers 19.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing is Mayfield. To the left side. To Godwin. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
This one is caught by Shepard. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Now, screen set up for Irving. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Talk things over before third down. It's Otten in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
12 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. A gain of 12. And a Buccaneer first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up first down.
Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, Nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that ended up going the other direction.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now fourth down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
For the Buccaneers.
And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
At their own 30.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. This one complete to Palmer. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass caught by Shakir. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. First and 10. To throw is Allen. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th Floor Studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irvin. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Godwin working the right side.
Mayfield's pass.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
1 yard gain.
Similar to a tight
Brings
end,
up
the
second
slot
and
receiver is
9.
often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the RPO, they'll get this to Ibuka.
Mayfield's pass.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
On the play. And it's third down.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. Mayfield to throw. Looking for Ibuka. He's got it again.
Mayfield's pass.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Buffalo.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen on 3rd down. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
That's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
To throw once more, here's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook, and he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. To the air once more is Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Bucs offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Tristan Wirfs, former 1st-round pick, with the flag. On 2nd down, Baker. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards, the gain there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A give. This is Irvin. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Buccaneers 1st down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Tampa.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs have taken the lead by a point here in the third.
Bills 28.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Bills first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Once again, it's Cook. Woo. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third down, here's Davis. He's got a first down inside the 45. And he will go all the way. Ray Davis, touchdown Bills. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
It's Otten in motion. Right back to Irving. Boom! And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Buccaneers, first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Left side, he's got Ibuka. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First down.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's first and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Irving. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
On second and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he'll get about halfway there. It's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
The offense staying put. Fourth and goal from the 2. They'll go. Mayfield. And this will pay off. It is caught. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And that could very well be the turning point of this game. Here we are in the second half, Mike. It would have been very easy for this coach to say, hey, take the points. Let's chip away at that lead. And he said, no, I got a lot of confidence in our play caller. We have the perfect call for this situation. And now after that touchdown, they take the lead, and this game has flipped.
Mayfield to the line. The Bucs will try for 2.
The Bucs will set up.
That's Ibuka in motion. Now Mayfield. That'll be caught, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Johnson now to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid.
To Dalton Kincaid. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they move the chains on 3rd down.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go back. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Right at midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He'll manage only a couple. Jacob Parrish in there for the stop.
Parrish on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run up the middle with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Allen now on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
17-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Irving now gets it to start the fourth. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Gain of 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. On play action, Mayfield. That's to the right side and incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll be second down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
They go play action with, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. That's Greg Russo in there for the sack.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away.
For Tampa Bay.
Codrington to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
34-yard line.
The Bills offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start on the ground. Cook. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Slam!
Allen going to give it to Cook. Room to run past midfield. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there.
Brings up third
now
down,
it's going to be third down.
8 yards to go.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bucs' 6-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Allen to throw again. Now he'll run it. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Hook. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll send their tight end left. One more time with Cook. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They keep it on the ground twice, Mike, and they have no success. So now if you're the play caller, that starts creeping into your head. Do you have confidence in a 3rd attempt, or now do you try to change it up and go play action and put the ball in the air?
They'll try to sneak it here. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Prater, extra point is good. And the Bills have taken a 4-point advantage.
Buccaneers, 37.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Sean Tucker. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 19
They'll
yards.
get 19 out of that play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Now, screen set up from Irving. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. It's Otten in motion. Here's Irving. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing is Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
To the left side, to Godwin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Buccaneers.
Call it a gain of 13. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Mayfield. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Tez Johnson. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and the Buccaneers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Bills 41.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Allen going to get it out quickly to Coleman. And And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Good for a Bills.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Buccaneers' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 1. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
4 yards. And the Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
In motion, Shakir. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So a big kick coming for the veteran Matt Prater. This to tie things up here in the 4th. This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now it's 2nd and 1. To throw is Mayfield. He'll step up and run. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they'll come up for 2nd and 9. That's Ibuka in motion. They'll drop to throw. Godwin working the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bills' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Cook. James Cook. He's to the 40, to the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 89 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
This is one of those plays that all the offensive line had to do, Mike, was just give him a crease and get him to the 2nd level, because from there, he's going to do the rest. That's as impressive a run as we'll see all year long.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will go up by 7.
Makes the score Bills 51, Buccaneers 44.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down
and 10.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On 2nd down, Baker. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Going for it all. That is brought in. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game, I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. Rolling to the left. He keeps it himself, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. A short throw caught by Kincaid.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here comes 2nd down. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to be taken down, and now they've got to spike it or get the field goal team out here quickly. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So a big kick coming for the veteran Matt Prater. This a potential game winner. Oh, you cannot make this up. Wide right again for the Bills again. It's no good. And now what can the other guys do in the final minute to avoid overtime? On 1st down is Mayfield. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. And we'll get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So a win here for the visiting Bucs. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot, and the kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.